Hello, and welcome back to the Industrial Rage. My name is Vagor, and we are continuing our series called Build Till I Die. And let's kind of reorient ourselves here. We've got our resource patches that are humming along, they're using lots of coal. Let's go grab some coal. And we'll drop that off. And let's take a look. So we took out a biter's nest last time. In fact, we looks like we left a turret down there. Um, we've got this other one here to the west. That might be. We might want to think about taking that one out as well. Let's look at the pollution cloud one more time. Oh yeah, that thing is getting pretty close. Well, maybe we start with that. So one thing we'll always need is plenty of ammo. And I might just make some more ammo as we go. Probably need another turret too. Grab some copper. Grab plenty of iron. Let's just start making these. They take forever. Oh, we don't have any radars set up. We definitely need to get that going. All right. Let's at least go over there and take a look. All these things are building. I don't know if I've really scoped this one out yet. And there it is. So it looks like we've got just the one worm, so that's great. Go ahead and put in a kind of a fallback position here. If things go bad, I can run back to here, and this thing will take care of any biters that might be following me. And then I like to just kind of build up some range here. Here they come. They've been activated. Not a problem. Keep everything repaired and going. I didn't mean to drop all of my ammo in here. Well, let's see. Put another turret in. There's that worm. It's gone. Right off. Now this gets really, really easy. I'm glad we took out this base. There we go. Safe for now. Just keep all of those things prepared before I put them back in my pocket. While we're out here, oh, there's another one. This one's got 5 worms, 3 nests. Well, let's take a look at that pollution cloud. We don't have to worry about it right this second, but that's probably going to be our next one. just do a little bit more exploring out here. Again, to our east with that big body of water, I think we really lucked out there. It doesn't look like we're going to be attacked from the east very soon at all. So we'll just watch this kind of western frontier. And this is a good reason to have plenty of radars out there, kind of scanning our position and letting us know when they're starting to encroach. Well, looks like we've run out of power here. I have been meaning to automate this coal here. Might be coming to that time. Alright, we still have plenty of resources in our little boxes there. This early game, I'm just going to be running around filling up these boxes like crazy. Some stone bricks so we can start doing things like building walls. We don't have walls just yet. And then I'm going to grab what we've got here. It's a nice thing about going and taking out a bunch of biters is your miners have plenty of time to stack up some nice resources for you. And we'll put just about all of our copper, or all of our iron in there. Yeah, I think we need to get some transport belts built. Maybe a couple of burner or electric miners. I do need to chop down some more wood so that we've got plenty of wood for power poles, especially if we're going to be setting up radars. We need to be spread out pretty well so we've got a good radar array, and that's going to take a lot of power poles to get spread out. Alright, so we're going to go over here to our power generator that has been hand-fed this whole time, and we'll finally get this automated. There, we've got enough of that. And now we just need to power everything up. And we'll be building more miners here in just a little while so that we can switch to electric mining for everything else. All right, that should be producing coal onto that belt. It is, and it'll eventually make its way over here and then keep that thing fully stacked. How is our power doing? We could probably use another boiler, another couple of steam engines. Those radars should be ready. They are. Just going to run up here and drop a radar. We'll come back down and install those new boiler and steam engines. Double our power. It's always a little guess when you're doing these power poles how far you need to go out. A little bit further. You can have it overlap, but might as well. There we go. It lines up nicely. Look at that. We've got more water up there. Man, we are. That looks good. Not a ton of resources on this map, but the water, that is really comforting. So we'll run back down, we'll get our power kind of sorted, and let's see if we can't build a few more electric miners, kind of start to get our process here automated as well. Just putting those down for save space for the future. We'll just continually build out here. We'll eventually probably want to relocate that plate to someplace better, but for now, that'll work. And we got plenty of stacks there. Let's see. 25 of those ought to do it. We'll use them here on the copper and the iron. We'll hold off on the stone for right now. Now, when you're building these lines of electric miners, you kind of have this choice to make in the early game, whether you want to put the power poles in the middle and then use our underground belts to get around those power poles, or you want to put them to the side. If you put them to the side, you're kind of limiting how many of these you can put in a particular spot. So I usually like to keep those power poles in the middle, even though it's using up valuable resources building these crazy expensive underground belts. I think it's worth it. Plus, it just looks better. All right, so we're starting to automate our production of copper. We'll do the same over here with iron. We needed a lot more iron in the early game, so we'll really load this one up. Same thing, power poles in the middle. Cool. So I'm thinking our smelting stacks will be right over here. We need a clear little space, get rid of some of these rocks. Got logistics science pack. You see up there in the upper right hand corner, we still have a little ways to go on the logistics science pack. We'll get that going. Start researching the military upgrade is, I think, the most crucial one. All right, we've got those rocks out of the way. Let's go ahead and kind of build our stacks here. So I like to just have kind of an idea of where things are. Obviously, I'm out of resources now. Excuse me, I'm not. Oh, look at that. Our iron over there is completely empty. We have not been diligent in keeping those things full. And when the iron's empty, we're not getting gear production, and thus we don't have any science going, so it's critical. I'm going to limit the amount that it builds for right now, just so that we're not wasting all of our stuff on that. Geez, we need to up our power again. Oh, you guys have probably been yelling at me about that. Let's run over here. Grab some more coal. Oh, excuse me, I need to grab some iron so we can build plenty of these inserters. Coal over here in our rock and little rock quarry over here. All right, now we've got some inserters. We can get this guy going, double our power output. Just watch that kind of go down a little bit. Well, it's still. I need to add a couple more. This time I'll put in the inserter. Oh, much better. So smart. Okay, that's putting our power a little bit closer to where we want to be. You start getting that halfway and it jumps to being out of power seemingly really, really fast. All right, our science production is up and running again. Realize how many inserters I'm going to need, which is a lot. So let's get those building. We'll need to automate our inserters here in a little while. So this should be sufficient for our copper, and we'll build a slightly bigger one for our iron production. I am sure there's faster ways of doing this. You guys are just going to sit here and suffer as I do this my slow ass way. Let's get some power going here. All right, we need to get the resources in, and that means we need splitters. Let's build plenty of those. And we are going to need more belts, my friends. Jeez, it never ends. So if you've never seen this little design before, I'm going to build a little bit closer up here. So we're going to have our resources come in here from the top. We'll run the coal from the side. All right, let's get some more transport belts built. Add on a few more miners here. Coal. And let's run some copper over here. There it goes. So it'll feed in. This will split. It'll go here, I believe, on the outside, and run along both of these. And then we will just need that there. I'm just going to kind of copy this so that we have a general idea of where these things will live. Yeah, that'll work. Cover up a little bit of this coal patch. It's all right. So let's build our iron one right here. There we go. I'm really looking forward to having robots do all of this building for me when I lay down blueprints. But that won't be for a while. I'm going to get all my splitters in. There we go. All right, now we just need to get some coal into here. Should not be difficult. up on about 5 more minutes of this episode. I think we actually got a couple of things accomplished. I'm pretty happy with where we're at. You can see that coal starting to filter in. Eventually it'll make its way down here to the copper, and we'll actually have copper production going. There's our basic layout of our iron production. Again, we'll go a little bit bigger than we would with our copper. It'd be real tight on inserters here. We probably need to make some more. Yep. Inserters, belts. This early game, you're just constantly making them. And again, we'll be automating those for green science here pretty soon, so it'll be nice to not have to be hand building them all the time. Okay, we've got some power going. It's starting to produce. Excellent. And then let's build a few more miners. Look at that. Look at all that copper. Excellent. The only thing that's holding back production is iron, but we'll fix that soon enough. Let's go ahead and let's take out this stack here. We will fill up on a lot of coal. We're going to rely on electric miners from now on when it comes to this. For our iron production, I might hang on to these for just a little bit longer, just so that we have plenty of backup. Go ahead and start a new stack here. In. We didn't build any power poles. Big mistake. Ought to do it. And there we go. That's a pretty good place to stop. We've got plenty of power for right now. Still slowly building science. Man, we got a lot to work on for next time. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.